Peace, this is Dr. Bass with your morning medicine. I want to change something that changed the way I see people forever, and it's simple. Most people don't see you. They see you through themselves. Hear me. Most people don't see you. They see you through themselves. Most people don't experience you objectively. They experience you through the lens, their own pains, fears, beliefs, insecurities, expectations, and experiences. We think people are looking through a window. They're not. Most of the time, they're looking into a mirror. And what they describe often says more about them than it does about you. The person who lies easily struggles to be honest and trust people, to be honest. The person who manipulates others assumes everyone has an agenda. The person who never healed sees rejection where there's only a boundary. The person who gave up their dreams calls your ambition unrealistic. The person who lives in fear calls your courage irresponsible. The person who is consumed by anger finds anger everywhere they look. Why? Because we rarely see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. That truth changed my life. There was a time when every criticism felt like evidence. Every rejection felt like proof. Every misunderstanding felt like a verdict. I spent years trying to convince people I wasn't the person they imagined. Trying to explain myself. Trying to earn understanding. Trying to be smaller so everyone else could feel comfortable. Then one day I realized something. Some people weren't meant for understanding me. They were misinterpreting me through the only lens they had. And no amount of explaining changes a lens that someone refuses to clean. Feel me on this one. This isn't an excuse to dismiss every hard conversation. Sometimes people are holding up a mirror that we need, right? And you got to be able to discern intentions and value. That's the wisdom to it. You got to have discernment. Sometimes the feedback hurts, but it's true. Sometimes it's medicine. Wisdom is learning the difference between the mirror that reveals you and the mirror that only reflects the person holding it. That's the emotional maturity. That's the discernment. That's the healing. I wonder how many dreams have died because people accepted someone else's projection as the truth. How many marriages have suffered because people believed accusations rooted in someone else's wounds? How many children grew up believing that they were bad simply because they were raised by adults carrying unresolved pain? How many leaders stayed quiet because insecure people told them they were arrogant? How many compassionate people became cold because they were repeatedly told that they were weak? Projection has stolen enough lives. Don't let it steal yours. Don't let it. Here's something that I learned. Healthy people don't need to shrink you to feel whole, to feel big, to feel powerful, to feel valid, to feel seen. Healed people don't need to mislabel you to protect themselves. Secure people can celebrate your success without feeling threatened by it. That's a warning right there. You can look in people's faces and see the contempt when you have a win. And sometimes we call them our best friends or even our companions, and they're in competition with us. Sometimes we're laying next to the person that is in competition with us. And every time we win, every time somebody says something positive about us, every time we smile or succeed or get a promotion or get an award or get a recognition or even a good day, it infuriates them inside. People who know you, they're not going to spend their lives trying to define everyone else. You know? When they know who they are, when they truly know you, they don't spend their lives doing that. So today, stop asking one question. Why don't they see me? Instead ask, what lens are they looking through? That one question will save you years of frustration. It will help you stop taking ownership of burdens that were never meant for you to carry. It will free you from trying to earn acceptance from people who have already decided who you are. I chuckle sometimes when people try to tell me who I am, And sometimes I respond and say, you clearly don't know me. I don't care if they've known me for 40 years. You don't know me based on some of the things that people say. And I don't want you to ever forget this part, right? Someone else's perspective is not your identity. That will save your life if you understand it and take it to heart. Someone else's projection is not your truth. Someone else's fear is not your future. Live with integrity. Stay humble enough to receive the truth, right? Like again, we're saying be open to the truth. Stay wise enough to recognize projection. And stay grounded enough to know the difference. Because at the end of the day, people don't always tell you who you are. Very often, they tell you who they are. This is Dr. Batts with your morning medicine, man. If this message is reaching you, it is meant for you. Share it with someone that needs to hear it. And stop letting people define you. Stop letting people define you. Stop taking on the identities that other people place on you, and understand, most times, as my mentor S.Y. Bolin would always tell me, Hassan, that is about them. That's not about you. That's about them. A lot of people with criticism, with negative feedback, with fears, are putting forth a mirror. So, my mirror to you is that I know you have in you something special. You are phenomenal. You have the potential to change your life, to rewrite your family's future, and to impact the world, and to be a beacon for your community. So I encourage you to have a beautiful day, one morning at a time. I'll see you tomorrow.